Hey, ThinkStack partners. This is Cal Bowman, Vice President of Strategy and Innovation here at ThinkStack. I've been giving a lot of thought to empathy lately, and why it has felt increasingly hard to have that capacity for it, to build it, to really, again, put myself in the shoes of others and think about how certain experiences or processes or conversations are just impacting others and not just from my perspective. And I wrote up a nice little piece on it over the weekend that kind of started talking about my feelings towards it. And my history and my background in having empathy and being able to have that capacity for it is really unique, I think. I come from a family. My parents, my aunts and uncles, my grandparents, everybody was deaf or is deaf. And so what that required of me from a very young age was kind of understanding some of their pain points, understanding some of the challenges they face. For example, communication was a very, very hard thing for them. They couldn't just call up and order a pizza. At 8 years old, I was calling Domino's and ordering the pizza on Friday nights, or I was the interpreter for my parent-teacher conference meetings, and being a mediocre, elementary and middle school student, it wasn't always easy. But I never questioned my place in that. I always questioned why people weren't more considerate to what my parents needed. And I can assure you that it wasn't to have their own son in there interpreting for a doctor's appointment or a parent-teacher conference. It was, the need was really for, a third party, an interpreter, someone else not connected to, the family in such an intimate way. And when I think about why empathy is hard for me now, I always go back to those challenges and struggles that my parents experienced and my family experienced. And I try to kind of put myself back in that place and say, how can I now put myself either in the position of, one of my kids, or, one of our clients, and the struggles that they're experiencing. And while I may think I have a solution, really, it's an easy solution for me, but it might not really address the pain points that are being experienced from those users, from my kids, from my clients. And so I challenge you to kind of take a look at the article, read it, and, share with me your thoughts on how you're struggling with this or not, and how you're succeeding and where you're seeing success and why it may be easier for you. And share some of those thoughts for this conversation, because I'd really like to have it, because I think, empathy is the most important step we take in the entire design thinking process. So thanks for listening. I look forward to the discussion. I hope to have it with you. I'll talk to you guys soon.